We are going to create some oranges tonight. So did you know that your sweet citrus bundle can create oranges? So just in case you didn't know, here is a card with oranges. Excuse me, I'm taking a sip of water. And I'm going to be giving you some color combinations for several different fruits tonight. I'm going to show you a couple of more cards, okay? Another card with the sweet citrus, you can create lemons. All right, so that's another option. And another option coming up, you can also create limes, okay? Now, I have already seen some coconuts on Pinterest, but I don't have those color combinations for you. I haven't made a coconut card, okay? But I am going to show you how to create the oranges tonight. And then I'm going to give you color combinations for all three cards, okay? So you might want to grab pen and paper to write down these color combinations. And I'll even give you a chance tonight to do some screenshots, okay? All right, so let's dive in and so I can share with you all the different things that this wonderful stamp set can do. I love the lime too. That's one of my favorites. And I did the lime card for Hostess Club, but I've already made 3 lime cards. So I wanted to switch up and do a different fruit. So that's why I switched up there. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up, and these are the dies that come with the sweet citrus bundle, okay? And so there is a die that cuts out the inside of the fruit. There's the same die will cut out the rind or rinds, and there's dies to cut out these flowers, and dies to cut out the leaves. And then you have 4 amazing greetings. I absolutely love all the greetings. Now it also comes with this beautiful embossing folder, okay? And by the way, if you're coming to retreat, I will have these cards on display, okay? All right, so here we are. Here's the embossing folder. And if you put your paper inside, this is a 3D folder, by the way. If you roll this through your machine, you're going to get this beautiful embossed look. Now this color is Starry Sky. So look at the detail in the embossing. Again, it's a 3D folder. So it gives you that 3-dimensional feel, right? And that 3-dimensional look. So here it is embossed. So now I'm going to show you another thing you can do with this, and it's to use this piece right here. And this is actually called a hybrid because it comes with a die and it comes with an embossing folder. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rotate this, and you can actually feel it kind of lock in, okay? It has little grooves. It's kind of like a puzzle, and you can feel it just kind of lock in, all right? Now I want to show you where that die goes. Do you see the words Stampin' Up? When you open this, the die goes on this side, all right? So that's where the die is going to lock in, okay? So when I started playing around with this bundle, I wanted to see what the different embossed fruits would look like once they're cut out. So I'm going to show you those. I had a lot of fun with this. This is Parakeet Party, okay? Now you may be asking me, what did you do with the shapes? So I'm going to show you that now. I have this little bin that I got off Amazon. I use it in my room all the time when I'm creating lots of different pieces. So, hi, Carolyn. I'm glad you found me. I'm always on the Be Creative Stamping Facebook page. I'm glad you found me. All right, so those 4 pieces that I cut out, they are in here. So now I can sort my fruits. Now look at this fruit. Not only does it cut it out, but it's embossed. It is just so cool. It's got that raised feel to it, and it makes it very realistic looking. So I cut this one out in the Parakeet Party, and I put it in my green bin. And then I cut one out in Granny Apple Green. And my Granny Apple Green is in here somewhere. There it is. I mean, it was so much fun to cut out all of these different fruits. This is Old Olive, and I would recommend, okay, I would recommend when you get your bundle, go ahead and emboss and cut these out, okay? You'll be glad you did. So go ahead and make lots of different fruit, because I'm going to show you another card that you can make with just the embossed fruits, okay? So here is my Daffodil Delight. And so my daffodils are in here, my little daffodil limes and lemons. Excuse me, they're lemons now. Here's crushed curry. And here's a crushed curry one right here. Aren't they beautiful? I love it. All right, now we're getting into the oranges. So here's Mango Melody. So this one right here is going to be the Mango Melody. All right. And this one is Pumpkin Pie. And so here you're going to see the pumpkin pie. All right, so they're so realistic looking. And so that's what I would recommend when you get your bundle. Go ahead and emboss and cut at the very same time and do lots of different colors, okay? Does anyone have any questions about that? So the other thing I did with my bin, I made lots of limes, and I put all my limes here, okay? These are my lemons, so they are all here. And again, so realistic looking. These are I call these my pieces and parts, because these are just pieces that I've stamped when I was fooling around with the dies. All right, does anybody have any questions? This container is called I Design, and let me see if I can lift it up for you. It's I Design Pack Place, and the measurements are 6.5 by 9.5 by 2.25 inches. All right, so I'll try and lift that up without spilling it. So, oh, Kathleen, you better get it out tonight or tomorrow. We all need a little inspiration, right? So, you know, we talk about inspiration. Hi, Marva. And my inspiration a lot of the time will come from Pinterest. And I'll create a board and called Sweet Citrus. That's an example. And I'll start pinning cards that I like. And I'll take bits and pieces from cards to make my own card. So that's a great way for you to get started. And also by watching Facebook Lives and tips, you'll get inspiration from those as well. All right, so I'm gonna move this out of the way. We're gonna do some stamping, and I'm gonna show you how fun it is to stamp with. One more card, one more. This one right here, now this was from Pinterest, and I did not put the demonstrator's name on it, but this is what I did with the card. Once I cut out my different fruits, then I combined them and put them on this card. And by the way, this gingham ribbon is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend the ribbon with this suite. So the iDesign tray came from Amazon, all right? And I can do links and stuff later and put it on my blog. but it was from Amazon. And then I added those black matte dots, which I also highly recommend for this set, okay? The thanks a bunch, this greeting is from the stamp set, and I just trimmed around the greeting to put it on here. And look how I embossed the card base. All right, so lots of embossing here and just a wee bit of stamping. All right. All right, so Kathleen, I've been playing with Playing in the Rain as well, and I'm loving that little suite too. It's a good one. All right, so let me move some things out of here. All right, and we're gonna get started, and I'm gonna show you how the stamp set works. So I'm gonna bring it in. And your first color combination is right here. I'm gonna lay it right here. I'm gonna zoom in so that you can get a screenshot if you would like. I'll give you a few minutes to get the screenshot. I'm trying to straighten that up. All right, everybody get their screenshot? So this is what we're going to be creating, and this star right here means this is the color combination that I am going to make tonight, and this is the color combination that's on my card, okay? I'll also take pictures of this and post it to my Facebook page and my blog as well, okay? Here's another combination, just in case you don't have these two ink colors. The rind could be pumpkin pie, and then the citrus could be pale papaya, okay? But for tonight, we're gonna use pumpkin pie and mango melody, okay? All right, so let's get started. Here's the card. I'm gonna let you look at that, and I am going to grab some basic white paper. And let me know if you have any questions. Okay, so let's get started. And I'm actually starting with a piece of basic white cardstock. I think it probably measures 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, okay, something like that. And this is the rind of the fruit that we're about to stamp, okay? So I'll show you where that is. It's right here. This is the stamped image I'm about to use, and this is the rind for the fruit. And the rind, I've got to look at my notes again. They're going to be in pumpkin pie. So here's my pumpkin pie. It's my first color combination here. Now, because this block is so big, it's bigger than my ink pad, I am going to ink upside down. It just makes it easier because the block can be heavy and I don't want it to spill all over everything. All right, then I'm going to bring in my paper and I'm going to stamp. And hopefully this will turn out well. I'm on a folding table, and I should probably be using my Stampin' mat, but I don't have it over here. All right, so there it is. That's our pumpkin pie. And now I'm going to bring in the mango melody, and I'm bringing in the fruit. And this time I could actually, by the way, I can actually ink it this way because the fruit will fit on the pad, okay? So I'm bringing my design again, and I'm gonna line this up. I think it's gonna go like this, so easy to line up. And remember, fruit isn't perfect, so if I'm off a little bit, it's okay. And I'll go ahead and stamp this. And there are my oranges, just like that. Now, before we cut it out, we're gonna stamp some flowers. So let's do flowers, and I'm gonna do the flowers in, I'm gonna do the flower outline in pumpkin pie, okay? All right, so here's the flowers, and I'm gonna ink this up right here, and this is just scrap paper. So here it is, pumpkin pie's the outline. And I'm gonna stamp another one right there, okay? I know the fruit looks incredibly real. Now here's something super cool you're gonna love. I love this part of the stamp. Right here, whoops, and I just dropped my stamp. Right here are the centers of the small flowers. So I'm going to ink the centers in Mango Melody. And look at this. They are going to line up perfectly. And I'll zoom in so you can get a better view of that. The centers are also look very real. And hopefully we'll see. Okay, this is hard for me because I can't look over the flowers. There we go. And then there's another stamp for the bigger flower. And that one's going to go right there in the center of that flower. And so now my flowers match my fruit. How cool is that? Now I've already taken the time to stamp my leaves. I did that earlier. And I stamped my leaves in Granny Apple Green, okay? So you'll see those in a little bit just to save us a bit of time. The leaves were inked in Granny Apple Green, all right? Okay, so let me close up our ink. We are about to cut our pieces out, all right? Okay. And before we do that, we're gonna need our machine. So I'm gonna zoom all the way out on my camera as far as I can go. I'm going to move that. We're going to use platform number 1, okay? Now, with platform number 1, we're going to use a 3D embossing folder. So it's platform 1, it's the 3D folder and paper, and it's platform 4 or plate 4. And so that's the one that we're gonna use. So hopefully you can see that 4 right there. Okay, so we're gonna do this first. And by the way, my paper is a bit big. So I am actually going to cut off some ends so that we can fit this inside the folder. And I probably should have made my paper smaller, but I did not do that. Okay. So again, it's pretty much locked in, and we're gonna have to flip this over, okay? And we are going to move this into place. All right, so hang tight. We're gonna want it to be absolutely perfect. So I wanna make sure I get it just right. I think that's gonna do it. Now, if you are making a lot of these, cutting them out, embossing them, and stamping them, you may wanna take a little piece of washi tape and just attach the die inside the folder, okay? I'm making one card, so I really don't need it. The next thing you wanna do is, it's a 3D folder, you want the fold going through the machine first, all right? And then we're gonna roll it through. It's super smooth, although I may be shaking the camera, sorry about that. And then let's see what happens. Getting all our little pieces out here. All right. And right here, I noticed, and I also noticed it in class, right here, for some reason does not want to cut for me. When I first purchased it, it cut fine, and I'm wondering now if I've smashed the blade. I have no idea. So hang tight. We're going to get rid of that scrap paper, and let's get all our fruit out. Look at this fruit and how realistic it looks. All of the little pieces are raised up. It's super pretty. Okay, so by the way, this is called a hybrid folder, okay? I'm going to close that now, and I'm going to bring this back through. We're going to change the sandwich because now we're going to cut these flowers, all right? So I'm going to grab the dies. Another great thing about this set is you have 2 of these dies, so you can cut 2 of these flowers at the very same time, which I love. That is a real time saver. And I might use my Take Your Pick tool and just slide it. I want to get it just perfect. I think that's going to do it. Now we have to put the plate on and hold our breath that it all works out. And yes, I could use some tape on that, but I think we're in good shape. I really don't think we're going to need it, okay? All right. And I'm going to grab that little flower there, and I think that's all the cutting we need to do. And I'll bring this back in. I want to grab one more tool. Okay. I do want to grab my Stampin' mat because we are going to use it for something in a minute, okay? All right. And hopefully I haven't lost anything. All right. So in the online, the online exclusives, there are 3 beautiful 3D folders, and they're 3 for $30, okay? And so I'm using one of them tonight. I'm going to use the polka dots. They're very large polka dots. And I've already taken the time, sorry. Just trying to, I have so much on my table. Here we go. I've already taken the time to emboss that, all right? So let's zoom on in, get a little bit closer. I'm so glad you like the card. My inspiration was Pinterest. I did a lot of pinning, and I saw this color, and I really liked it. All right, so here's, by the way, this is a Mango Melody card base, okay? It's Mango Melody card stock. And I'm just gonna center this, and the measurement for this layer is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So let's look at that. It's gonna look very different than the original card, all right? All right. I could kind of, you know, Gail, the flowers on my shirt look like some of our stamps, doesn't it? Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna build this card, and we're gonna start with the largest orange. And someone had asked me the other day, how many dimensional should I use? And I said, use as many as you need to. The more you use, the happier you'll be. And so you can use however many you want. And I'm going to put this one at about right there, okay? Now the next one is this one that I'm going to use. And by the way, you can arrange them any way you want, okay? They don't have to go in this order. I'm actually putting 1 dimensional right there, right underneath, okay? And I'm gonna add it about right there, okay? Now this one, I'm actually going to use some seal adhesive, And I'm sure I've got enough there. And then this one just gets tucked in right here, okay? Now, if you're worried about this orange lifting up, we can take a glue dot and you can add it right under that orange, okay? Now, our next fruit is the wedge. And we'll add this one about right here, okay? Now, another fun thing to do. Melissa, I love your comment. I did not think I wanted this set. Melissa, I am here to tell you, you need this set. It's amazing. Another thing you can do with all those little segments in the fruit is to take your wink of Stella, all right, and you can go ahead and color that a little bit, and then that will help make it shine and glisten, all right? So I'm going to do that really quick. You can even do it on the solid one, and of course you may not be able to see this in the video. I know with lighting, it can be a really hard thing to see. All right. So I'm just adding the wink of Stella there. Okay. And then we're going to add our leaves, which I believe did I put mine in the bin? I think I did. I had some somewhere. Hang on one second. I am going to add, I have some leaves in, oh, here they are right here. So this color right here is Parakeet Party, and this color is Granny Apple Green, all right? So they're both really great colors for you to use. And I'm gonna put a glue dot behind this leaf. Nancy says, get this set. And I will tuck it in here, okay? Which is not like my original at all. I just stick them in various places where I think it will balance out the card, all right? And let's see, let me tuck that one under there. I'm gonna put it there. Okay, so that's what we've built so far. And now we're gonna work on, you know what, we're gonna stamp our greeting first, okay? And where are my, looking for my scrap paper, let's see. And I may not have mentioned, but that might be too short. Is that too? I think that'll work. I think that'll work for the words. I may not have mentioned this, but I am going to give this card away tonight, okay? Let's use a little Granny Apple Green. We are going to stamp the greeting. Yep, that'll work. We're going to do have a zesty birthday. And we're going to put this about right here. All right. I probably could have, I'm going to redo that. Make it a little bit darker, okay? I'm just flipping it over. There we go. Okay, and we are going to add this. We're going to pop it up. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but with my wink of Stella, you can really see the glistening. So Carol says, send it to South Carolina. She wants me to send it that way. I don't know where it's gonna go. All right, so that's what we have so far. And now we're gonna add flowers. And the flowers are so cool. We're actually gonna use our Take Your Pick tool. I'm so glad you like this card, thank you. I'm gonna move that out of the way. I'm gonna bring in my mat. Here's a flower, here's a flower. I'm gonna get all the flowers up here and show you a little trick. And then I'm gonna put these dies away before I lose them. All right. Okay. So I like to make my flowers look three-dimensional, okay? So if I take my Take Your Pick tool and I push down, I'm gonna get a nice little flower. It makes it three-dimensional, which I love on the card. Now I know when I mail it, these flowers are going to flatten out. I don't care, I still like to make them three-dimensional. So I'll show you what it looks like. I'm gonna start with a big one and I'm gonna use the glue dots. And I'm gonna put a glue dot on the bottom of that flower. I can still push it up. And let's see, where do I wanna put it? I'm not even sure. Let's see. I'm gonna put one up here. I've been making these with Hostess Clubs and I just put them in different places each time. So it's like wherever you wanna balance it out. And there's another one. And I honestly think the flowers really make it. What do you think? Do you like the touch with the flowers? Again, our color combination tonight is Pumpkin Pie and Mango Melody. And I'll just put that one there. And see, I broke up the fibers in that paper, so it's really easy for me to make them three-dimensional. Oh my gosh, Marva is digging out of 18 inches of snow. Oh my gosh. Marva, where do you live? Where are you in the US? I know I should know that already. All right, and then I think I'll go ahead and I'll just put one down here. Okay, and again, you can bend those petals. I don't know if that's the best placement, but that's what we're doing. All right. I feel like I pulled the glue dot right off of that. And I'll put one here. It actually looks kind of pretty with those green leaves, doesn't it? And another one. So you want to work in odd numbers, okay? So that's why, you know, I'm adding 3. I think the flowers are a nice touch. I really like them. And let's see, I'll just go ahead and add it right there. Okay, now on the original card, I did add some baker's twine. Let's go back and let's look at that original card. It looks a little different. We've got a different embossing folder, and this is what it looks like. Oh my goodness. All right, so these are the oranges. You can see here where I added twine here. This is a different greeting, so it needed to be a longer strip of paper. Hi, Mary Kay. Here's the other one that we made this evening. Okay, so pretty much the fruit is in the same placement. And then, of course, the leaves are in different places and the flowers are in different places. So, isn't that cool? So that's our oranges. And another combination for you, okay, is going to be pumpkin pie for the rind and pale papaya for the citrus part. Okay, so but this is what we use tonight: pumpkin pie and mango melody. Okay. All right, so let me show you some other color combinations. Okay. This one was our Hostess Club card. And in this card, we used Granny Apple Green as the rind, and the citrus is Parakeet Party. Another idea, another color combination would be Old Olive and Granny Apple Green. I'll give you a few minutes in case you want a screenshot. Okay. Now our next color combo are the lemons. And this card base, by the way, is Daffodil Delight. Okay. So this color combination of lemons is Mango Melody and Daffodil Delight. And then another combination for you is the Crushed Curry and Daffodil Delight. Okay. Now another combination, and unfortunately I don't have a card for this one, the grapefruit. And here I've used pale papaya for the rind, and the inside is flirty flamingo. So that will give you an idea as well. And I am going to take pictures of all of these, and I will post them to Facebook and to my blog, okay? That's where you'll find them. Anything else you need to see as far as color combinations, let me know. And speaking of our embossing folder, let's go back to this embossing folder, and I want to give you another idea for creating treats. So I created this treat and I embossed the bag. Now this bag is one of our, it's called Peekaboo treat bags, I believe. And I have taken the brown, the craft treat bag, and I'm going to show it to you in white. All I did was insert the treat bag all the way up to the zipper, okay? I don't know if you can see this or not, but there is a zipper right across here to seal, okay? I have embossed the entire bag before, but when I went to zip it up, I couldn't. So I'm thinking the pressure from the machine may have pressed the zipper and broken it. And so now what I'm doing is when I emboss them is just to put the bag in, and here is that zipper, okay? It's not in the embossing folder, okay? So these treat bags, the Peekaboo treat bags, come in the brown, the craft, and they come in white. And you get 5 brown and you get 5 white in one package, okay? And so this one, again, here's that gingham ribbon. You need to add this to your order. It may retire. I have no idea. So grab it while you can, and grab some black matte dots, okay? Because you're going to need those too. This candy, I can show you where it came from. This was on Amazon, and it's the light green watermelon fruit sours candy balls, okay? And these are the green ones. So that's what's inside the treat bag. All right. Okay. Now, another thing that we're going to make tonight, we're going to do a little treat. And I am going to be using these new treat cups that I found at Home Goods. They have limes on them. All right, so these are great party cups. You can put snacks in them. You know, you could do popcorn. Just about anything will go in these, okay? So aren't they cute? And they were from Home Goods. Let me see how many come. I'll tell you what they're called. They're called paper baking and snack cups. All right. And I'll move that so you can get a better look. All right. So you can find these like at Home Goods and what's the other place? TJ Maxx. Okay. Here's the back of the box. It gives you some ideas on what you can fill in the little containers. All right. So we're going to create one tonight. And I am going to start with the bag that I'm going to put it in. All right. Now, I just discovered this 2 days ago. All right. So these bags right here, can you see that? It is created by Wilton. There are 100 bags in the package. They're called party bags. So this is all the information that I have on this bag. And we're going to use it and we're going to put the cup inside. So let me move this. You did? Gail said she bought some today at Home Goods, but they had corgis. You are kidding. Oh, how fun. That is awesome. Okay, so this can be kind of snug going inside because look at the neck of this bag. It gets really narrow. And so I'm going to kind of squeeze this, okay? And I'm going to maneuver this thing to get it in here. It does work. And the first time I did this, I actually split the bag. Aha, I did it this time without splitting the bag. Now let's straighten it back up. You can bend them a little bit, okay? Hang on, maybe it's got to come back out. Let's see. Yeah, this is what will take you the longest. All right, let me straighten this up again. I think I got it. Yes, I got it. Okay, but you can see that I struggled with it just a little. Okay, so I want you to be aware of that, but I was able to fit it into the bag. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some decorative shred. Found this at the Dollar Tree, and I looked at the bag, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Granny Apple Green. So we're going to add some Granny Apple Green paper, okay, to the inside. I always love creating like little treat things. All right, I'm going to zoom out just a little bit, okay? And yep, that's perfect. That works. The next thing we're going to use, everybody still with me? I'm going to be using these. You can find these candies here at Home Goods or TJ Maxx. You can also find them on Amazon, okay? These are orange and they're lemon. And I'm actually going to cut this top off, okay? Get rid of that. I'm going to be using 2 of these. And I'm going to cut this top off. Hang on. And for anything you missed, you can certainly go back and watch the replay. So I'm going to use 2 lemons and 2 oranges, okay? I keep saying okay. I'm sorry. I'm starting to catch myself. All right. So here we are. We've got our cute little treat, and now we're ready for ribbon. Let me find it. Here we go. And I'm just going to cut a long piece. If you want, cut about 16 inches maybe. That might work. All right, Nancy, write all this down. Hi, Liz. Welcome. All right. Hi, Diane. Yeah, you got to watch the replay. All right. So some of you are getting a sneak peek into next week, okay? just a bit of a sneak peek into our next week that's coming up. We have a great team meeting coming up, and then we've got our retreat. Okay, I'm going to, of course, cut my ribbon a bit on the diagonal. Okay, like that. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to add a tag. So let me get some other things needed. Okay. So I am going to show you two different tags that were created. This one is sending you a big squeeze, and we used a lemon wedge. And this one, and some of you cut these for a retreat for me, Diane and Mary Kay. This one, again, same greeting from the stamp set, and here are the limes. We've used the black matte dots. This is Daffodil Delight cardstock. This is Parakeet Party, okay? I'm going to show you how to do that wedge in just a second, how to stamp it and not waste a lot of paper and that sort of thing. But since this one's already done, we're going to use it. And I'm just using some really white baker's twine. That's what that's called. I'm going to add this cute little tag to my treat. This is the best part of it. And I'm just going to tie it around here. I could do a knot. I could do a bow. I know, isn't this fun? I'm going to do a little bow back here with the baker's twine. Okay. Maybe I'm going to do a bow. Now I think I'm going to do a knot. I think I'll do a knot. And then I am just going to trim like that. All right. And now I've got a cute little tag, okay, that matches my baking cup, okay? So the tags are from Tailor Made Tags. And I find that I use these very often. And I used both sizes. I used this shape right here, and that's second to the largest. And I also used this one, which is second to the largest. Tailor-made tags, okay? 10 tags come with that die set. All right, so there it is. Super, super easy for you to do. I'm glad you like it. I can't wait to do some in this one as well. It's gonna be really super cute. But anyway, this is something I'm working on for next weekend for team meeting and retreat. So lots of those to make. I do want to show you how to stamp just that little lime, okay? So let me find some paper. I'm going to use basic white. And let's see. Yep, I'm going to need both my greens. And they're both Granny Apple. Let me grab a Parakeet Party. I have two Granny Apples over here and one Parakeet Party. Okay, so I need to make sure I clean my stamp because we were using pumpkin pie ink before. So let's clean this up. And where's the other one? Right here. Okay, and you're just going to need some scrap paper, okay? And let's see, Granny Apple Green is first. And I want this little rind right here. So I'm just inking up the rind, and I'll put it about right here. Okay, so that's the piece I need. And then I'm going to take Parakeet Party, and I need that little half lime wedge, okay? And I'm going to put it about right there. There's my lime. I should have done a lemon one for you because we've made the limes tonight. But anyway, that's the lime one. Let's get the dye. You would not believe the stuff that I have on this table right now. You're going to run that through your cut emboss machine, and all you need is that little wedge. That's it. So, you know, you can make lots of those fairly quickly for your tags, okay? Now, if you do your lemon wedge, let's go back to our color combo here. This lemon wedge, and this one's actually a little bit of a different color, but use Mango Melody for your rind and use the Daffodil Delight for the inside of the fruit. And that would be for your lemon. And then for your lime, we just did it, Granny Apple Green for the rind and Parakeet Party inside. All right? Any questions? Can you all think of anything? All right, so we're giving this away tonight. And then we talked about how to create this treat pouch as well. And then our last project was this one right here. All right, so if you're in my online store, grab the Sweet Citrus Bundle, grab your black matte dots, and grab your black and white gingham ribbon, okay? Don't forget about that.